games of this tournament, if you actually watch this, Shadow Demon's going to get initiated upon. Oh, they're going to miss the blast. It's 1437. He never survives in the beginning of the game. All right, so please break down this draft. Fight illusions with illusions. That's the strat. I don't know why you take me... Alright, Synderen's rusty, guys. He doesn't understand sarcasm. 90% of what I say is sarcasm, even if I'm being serious. Exactly. That's the entire point. By the way, I don't know if you have your in-game mic on, but you should turn it on. Just in case there are 10 viewers watching on the Captain's Draft ticket. Open mic team. Oh lord.
Okay. Alright, I got it.
Gonna
I think. Yeah, we got it.
here in the bot lane, by the way. And they're gonna secure themselves the bot rune. It's gonna be one for each. Can you tell me why Clockwork is such a bad hero?
I think Clock is pretty damn good, actually. I thought with all the offlaners being banned this week by the community that Clock was going to be like a first phase pick in most games, because...
It has been. 2 series.
Okay, because that makes sense. Like, in this game it got third picked, I think, by NP.
And I think DC picked it, if I'm not mistaken, they picked it like first 2, I want to say?
But that wasn't in game 1, right? It got through
It was
to...
game 1.
Was it game 1? Okay.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken. Because
That was
this
the
hero
game
is...
day 1, so yeah, it was.
The biggest weakness that Clockwork has is if there is a meta where the games draw out and there isn't much fighting. But right now the game is a lot about fighting and the early lane control. He has good base stats, he's good in lane, he's annoying, and then he wants to fight, you know. Then this hero gets level 6, he's all about skirmishing and team fighting and setting his team up, so when there is a playstyle where that is favored, he makes a decent comeback. And of course, he can also take advantage of getting farm against any lane, right? You will always get something with cogs, which is nice. We are going to see the aggro tri-lane, though, that Cap was talking about from OG. I think they're... Basically, when you run a tri-lane versus tri-lane like this, and it's arguably the most important farming core on both sides that are in the tri-lane, it's just flat out because you think you're gonna harass the enemy farmer so much that you're gonna win on CS. Like, that's the end goal here for OG, and Caudle is so good for this spam kind of lane.
That's your hero. Remember when the Aghanim Scepter upgrade came out for him and you orgasmed every time you talked about it?
Yeah. I said it's gonna be so sick. Everyone said no, and now it's like the default first buy. Oh,
don't worry.
Boy.
We definitely caught that on camera.
Yep. Who's on camera?
Zyori.
Great work, Zyori. Let's see if he got it.
Blame Zyori.
Disruption?
Disruption, but no arrow to come. Not even close right now, but Jerax takes a lot of right clicks. Ana in the mid lane versus Eternal Envy. Jug versus Mirana. He actually went crit level 1 and got a couple of nice... I've never actually seen that before, but I guess it's because of the leap. Can't really get the spin off. Is he even going to upgrade Blade Fury past level 1?
Oh, it was a tactical play by S4. He died to come back and then kill the clock, and now he has a full level advantage.
What?
That's
Did we miss another play. What the fuck? Alright, Zyre, you're gonna need to tell me when I'm missing kills. This is not gonna work. But anyway...
You're missing kills.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, just say if I'm missing a kill. That'll be much...
Okay, sorry, I thought I could take my headset off and have some lunch while we're watching this game, but I guess not. It's all
Wait,
good, buddy.
Did you miss any kills? Did you actually miss any?
I might have missed the first blood, but I caught all the others.
Fine, alright. I've missed literally every single kill.
That's like the reverse of me.
Great.
You know what?
Anyway.
Remember when Synderen had to use his you had to be camera for DAC, I think it was? Is that right? Am I remembering that correctly? I'm not talking to you, Zay. I'm talking to Synderen.
When we Oh,
You had to take over camera, and it was some of the worst camera work in the world.
yeah. I do not move the camera smoothly.
Yeah, that's okay.
So.
Anywho, bottom lane, tri-lane's going to continue. No kills as of yet in this lane. It's just been the off-lane battle for the most part. And here we're going to go again. Clockwork Cogs into battery assault. Legion Commander getting somewhat low. They're just manning up completely. It looks like S4 is going to take the brunt of the damage, attempting to run away, but that battery assault is so strong in a 1v1
What's
matchup.
going on in this lane?
He's
They're
2 and 1.
turns at killing each other. This is so rare. It's been 3 minutes and they've died 3 times in that lane. Like I don't understand. That's some special
MSS
stuff.
doesn't have any regen now, so he's next to die, right? Pretty sure that's what's going to happen here.
The reason this is happening in the lane is that, I mean, first of all, they're both playing really aggressively, right? But they both have Orb of Venom, so if someone gets ahead in the exchange, he can just run the other guy down, and you can't get away. This time, of course, like you said, MSS gets the...
Oh, they're
Gets
switching
the
things
kill?
up, though. S4 goes
Yep.
bot, no tail top. Are they gonna dual lane or tri lane here, bot? We got some more rotations?
I'm not sure. I think the problem that OG feel like they're facing is that their Naga is... he's not getting bad farm, but they probably have a feeling that he's not out farming the Morphling in the lane. Oh, there was a kill mid.
You missed that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Excellent
early in the
play-by-play,
morning,
Shannon.
okay?
This is some good stuff.
It has nothing to do with me, okay?
There was a kill mid, guys.
You're part of this too. You know, this is actually tradition almost for the Suns fans, Cinder and Cass, because Cinder never actually looks at the kills, and I'm sitting there looking like an idiot because I'm typically on the camera, but it's fine. We'll just get the kinks out in this game 1, and I mean this is one of those 60 to 70 minute games, so you're gonna be begging for missed kills at the 30-minute mark. Let me tell you.
Okay, let me look at this. So here's what I think. They probably moved S4 bottom because he has stronger and more reliable harassment against the Morph. Like, the way this lane is playing out so far is one team casts Illuminate and the other team casts Shadow Word. And that's truly very complex and exciting gameplay. So they're going to keep doing that forever until someone dies. And it looks like that could possibly be NP in trouble now, because Warlock is finally out of mana. Surprise, Coddle's team is not out of mana, so now they either have to leave the lane with Warlock, or somebody gonna die fairly soon.
By the way, what is this resurgence of Warlock in the past? It's been like 2 months at this point, it feels like forever, but untouched at TI essentially.
I think...
Was he even buffed in the patch after TI? I can't remember.
He might have been, but I think he's also been like... He's been like secretly very strong for a long time, and then what pushed him into being a first pick, I think, is that people realize now how good Fatal Bonds is. The spell is actually ridiculous. And like I was saying with Clock, the playstyle, right? Right now you're playing to secure lanes and win lanes and play early team fights, and Warlock's like perfect for all of those things.
MSS uses his first hook shot of the game, gets a very easy kill on the
You're
Coddle.
looking at the wrong place. You found a kill, man. It's
My bad.
Bottom lane's where it's at.
Alright, let's watch bottom lane. S4 looking for the right click, looking for the Radiant Creep. Oh, gets it. Gold from him.
No CS Lul on that
Deny.
one.
Oh, and he misses the deny, but gets the last hit on the creep. That's fine. Intended.
So how's mid going? Mid's even. I know overall a pretty even game right now. Both teams are kind of accomplishing what they want.
1437. Go ahead.
Yeah, that is one of the players in the game. It's Shadow Demon. Has a double damage rune. Might have tried for disruption, didn't get it. The disrupting into arrow against Jug is very difficult. I actually do believe it's impossible if he has spin and he's just mashing the button.
He'd use spin, that's the reason. If they had a high ground ward, they would have seen him, but it was just the fog.
But I think that play is only possible with it on cooldown, so we're not going to see much of Shadow Demon in here. That's actually a side benefit for OG and having that hero in the game, is that the SD pick has less options in the draft of like how it can play the game.
I think they've also been countered by S4 as well. Once he gets pressed the attack, that takes off arrow stun anyway.
Yep.
But we haven't seen that yet because he hasn't leveled it yet, and he's just been farming this tri lane.
He's got dual now.
AUI. Yeah, he does have dual. I mean, you were kind of talking about this early game, but LC in general just feels so underwhelming a lot of times because he doesn't have any comeback mechanic at all. He can take a little bit of damage here as Clockwork gets a kill on Coddle. But we're going to focus on this bot lane. MSS gets the battery assault off, but Jarex is there with the save. So S4 will walk away safely.
Oh, nice.
As I say, that gets hooked right in the ass. And down S4 goes.
If only Legion had a horse, that hook shot would have not hit.
I mean, if you had a horse, this game would be totally different.
Sure.
She'd probably be top tier, actually. Imagine a woman on a fat horse and a mustache. Mustache is pretty key as well.
On the horse or her?
Both.
Oh wow, that sounds like the perfect hero for you.
Just imagine like an IX Mike mustache on the horse and LC.
Now I'm like fainting. That's too much.
It's too much. Cosmetics need to come out for that for sure.
Anyway, I was actually gonna say that this Clockwork is gonna be the biggest hero in the game for the first like 10 to 15 minutes probably. He has a lot of play potential in this game where both lineups don't really have that much mobility. Apart from like defensive mobility, generally you'll see Morphling can't really waveform aggressively that easily here. They can't really engage. Like I was talking about, SD can't really gank commit. He's trying some head harassment top here. Guess who's here again?
It's
your
not
boy
gonna be able to get
Clockwork.
Song off. Clockwork battery
Really
assault
swinging
is too
those
good.
blades, but not happening.
And AUI being very smart about this in the bot lane. You see this mistake more and more the last month or so, I feel like, where carry will be a little bit too aggressive and just get picked off while his team is ganking, but AUI very smart. Of course has Replicate up anyway, so it'll be quite difficult to take him down regardless. But it's going to be a tier 1 for a tier 1.
The one thing AUI needs to be careful with is when S4 gets a blink, because, oh, he's actually going in. He should be able to morph strength. Oh, that was really close. I do believe that the duel works like Doom in the way that it sounds its abilities. So if you get dueled before you have strength morph on, you can't toggle it. But if you pre-toggle it, I think it runs during the duel. I'm pretty sure that's the interaction. So so that's the one thing that was about to happen there is what can't happen. He waveformed in, and if S4 was fast on his finger throw, he could have maybe even dueled him. But I think he got scared because that play from AUI looked like he had backup. But, well, they're top, so there was actually no play. If this is a trade-off of towers, I think generally in the early game like this, the Naga team is fairly happy with trading towers as long as it's like mirrored on the map. So the enemy team loses their tier 1 bottom and they lose their tier 1 top. Naga has easier access to farm without map control than other heroes do. He will still be able to push the lanes with illusions, and NP on the other hand can easier get starved. They're kind of relying on Replicate to take risky farm with the morph.
And with the resurgence of, I mean, I guess Naga has been kind of a mainstay pick for quite a while, but the Clockwork resurgence, being able to kill that Naga in the semi-early game when Sleep essentially just counters everything. Like, what else can cancel Song that well without just layering perfectly well? Battery Assault is just disgusting against that hero as long as he can get the initiation off. Which could potentially be difficult when there's illusions up, but at least right now, not too much of an issue.
We've got Moonlight Shadow and Haste Pop from enemy. I think he actually showed to Ana there. So unless this arrow connects, which it doesn't.
It's a healing ward off, but it's going to be killed pretty much right off the bat. Yeah, Envy forced back now.
Decent pressure. I think Envy was a little bit too early on stepping out of the fog in the tree line. He didn't have the fully activated Moonlight Shadow yet, and even if he did, I'm pretty sure one or two of his teammates were also in vision. So Moonlight Shadow is a very powerful spell. It's fairly difficult to use. Yep. Guess who's killing another hero, guys? It's your boy Clockwork.
Oh, they pinged it.
7 kills in 11 minutes for MSS. He's having a really good game. I'm curious to see which item he goes for, because there's a couple of interesting choices on Clockwork in this game. When you're rolling this hard, sometimes you'll see Clockwork actually go first item Orchid. In a game like this, he can solo kill the Naga. He can solo kill even a hero like Juggernaut. He can actually solo kill when he has the Orchid.
You know what's funny? I've built that item once.
Force stuff.
Thought it was really meta, but I got flamed.
It's like it's a bit difficult, right? Because it's a kind of investment item in the sense that if you don't make kills with it almost immediately, you kind of end up regretting it.
Yeah,
like
but you can upgrade it, Cinderin.
Yeah, Bloodthorn is really good on Clockwork.
Yeah, imagine the right clicks from Clock. It's so good. You'll see.
This is elimination mode, not ability draft.
His BAT is going to be buffed in the next patch, and it's going to make a huge difference. He's going to get like ridiculously high. He's going to be the highest BAT in the game, I'm pretty sure.
The highest BAT is the lowest attack speed.
Lowest BAT in the game.
Okay.
That's why you're here, you know?
Yep. To make you look bad. Okay, let's see if Clock's gonna go on this Coddle. There's no tower to reinforce. He's actually, if you rocketed there, he would have probably got him, actually.
No tail. He has Song. Gonna dodge his arrow if it's gonna come out. Not gonna try for it his Envy. And he's just gonna salve up, actually.
So let's talk a little bit about this Force Staff choice on Clockwork. What we often see, the most common first items on Clockwork, I think, are Blade Mail and Force Staff. Force Staff is the more flexible item because it is useful for teammates. You can obviously force staff out of your own cog if you want to get out fast, or you also have like, in a way you have a pseudo hookshot with force staff where you can force staff onto the target and cog, or you can force staff behind them and cog them back into your team. So there's a lot of utility in this item. In this particular game, I don't know how good it actually is against the dire heroes as such. Like, you're still going to get lifted by Rubik. Oh, that's a good arrow.
He could spin TP, but
Yes.
Rose is here.
Really
I said I
should
wasn't gonna
try
call
for
him
that actually with his wand and regen rune. Oh, pop the regen.
He's gonna attempt his Clockwork, gets a kill on
Guess
Coddle.
what? Clockwork
Nothing
got a
new
kill.
there. Anna does fall down though, so it's a 2-for-0 across the map in favor of NP. And bottom lane, S4. You better be careful here. Waveform does miss from AUI. What does S4 have right now? He has Blink. Alex will not find him. He's just gonna
Good
Blink
escape
TP.
from S4. Yeah, so what I think OG need to do now, it's very clear right now that the kills are going NP's way specifically because of this Clockwork all the time. He's finding like every pick. Now that Legion has the Blink Dagger, I think he needs to try to activate his teammates. So I would like to see the Legion and Juggernaut go and look for a kill together, and preferably take it either mid or top lane so they can convert it into a tower. Their lineup isn't strong enough for taking Roche yet. Just killing one hero here isn't that big of a benefit if they don't get any secondaries, unless if they can catch the morph, but it's an unlikely kill. So we'll see if they get to do that. He did smoke up here, but he actually smoked alone. Might be able to get into here. Their vision.
Oh, he's gonna walk right back into the duel.
Omni
Do they
Slash,
actually have enough
that's
damage?
fine.
With the Omni Slash should be enough. Envy,
Pretty
I
good
think
kill.
that. I mean, obviously he didn't see them, but that backpedal might have cost him his life.
I mean, by all means, this kill is good, right? I'm not gonna say that it's bad to kill the enemy mid hero, but the thing is, this hero doesn't, or this kill doesn't yield anything secondary for them. There's no tower. Morph is farming at the same time, and so is Naga. So like the farm is even during this.
You know what it does for them? It adds 10 damage to LC's bank.
That is true.
How important is it to amalgamate that or just stack up that damage at this? Like, is there? I just can't remember an LC game where you don't have dual damage, like 25 minutes in the game, and you still win because of that. You don't have much of a comeback mechanic. Like, is it really important to get that early damage, or does it not really matter that much if your team is doing relatively well?
It depends to a large extent on who you're assigned to kill in the game with duel. If his goal in the game is to kill Morphling as much as possible, then I think the most important thing for him is to get late mill, because Morph is going to kill himself. Then it's not so much about his damage. If your goal is to jump and kill the Shadow Demon, it's very important that you have enough damage to solo him. And right now, I actually think if S4 jumps and duels Rose, he won't kill him from full HP. So, oh, no tail, this would be a really big kill. He got the
MSS does
solo.
not have hookshot as of yet, and that's
For
going to
the
allow
pseudo hook, he
Naga.
was a bit too late though. He has it now.
He can still do it. Yeah, they're going to see him.
Oh,
And he hits it.
oh, he even knocks back
Into the
there.
Cogs. Arrow
Beautiful
connect,
play,
which should
very
be that Naga
nice.
time, but a beautiful steal from Jerax. Cogs going to push everybody away, but not
Still
going to
dead.
save the Naga at the end of the day. Down, no tail goes. And Ana might be next. He's going to pop his Blade Fury. Took a little bit of damage from the waveform. Right clicks will commence. MSS looking for some Cogs. He's going to push him away, and actually barely enough damage with the right clicks. Finished off the Juggernaut
See.
as well.
This is the kind of kill that's big. So they kill Naga, and they hunt down a secondary, and now they get the mid-tier 1. This is game-winning stuff. This kind of play is... This is maybe the biggest play of the game, what just happened right there. And the reason it happened was that they came together as a team. OG are split around the map and aren't in a defensive position to help the Naga. So, the Naga used a full duration song and still ended up being killed. OG were a little bit late to come in and save. There was nobody to stop the Clockwork. Oh, they're gonna go on the Warlock.
They wanted
This
a
could be a
chaotic
decent kill.
offering, but well, actually the arrow's going to connect on Legion Commander, so
he's
no
gonna get
dual
Golem
damage
off now.
one way or the other. And now the chaotic offering with Fatal Bonds connected, lots of damage coming out. SPG attempt to run away, not do so, and the chaotic offering Golem will fall as well. And now, better be careful. Marana rooted up, and they just might just connect here on Ana.
Oh,
Actually,
great
the arrow
arrow.
connects, but there is the beautiful Cresty attack. And AUI taking the Omni Slash, but a lot of the damage is spread out evenly. Envy can try to get out of here, but will die in the trees. They find
steal
two,
from
does
Jerax.
OG. First chaotic offering was used as well. That's the long ass cooldown.
Worth
OG.
noting about Jerax here, by the way, he does have a lot of health. He stole the Morph earlier, so he has max strength.
Oh, I love that.
Basically, this is one of the matchups that Rubik likes a lot because, first of all, you want to steal Morph, so you get a lot of health. Having the armor relative to having health is a no-brainer for Rubik. You lose a bit of attack speed, but let's be real here, you're Rubik. When you have a lot of strength, you want to steal Adaptive Strike, because then that is a really long stun for you. So there's like, he actually turns, he doesn't only turn the one spell he steals from Morphling into his kit, he also uses the Morph on a secondary spell. Just really, really useful for him. And of course, Waveform. Rubik loves positioning spells. He loves Blink, Shikuchi, Waveform, these kind of spells, so you can get in and out.
Play a good Rubik game for sure.
Yeah, it's a really, really good matchup, hero to hero for Rubik. The one thing he can't do, though, is he can't force Morph to not cast his Morph spell. So he has, like, no kill potential on the Morphling, and he doesn't itemize items that help you kill Morphling either. So in that sense, he's a bit at the mercy of his Legion commander to set that up.
Well, the longer this game goes, who do you actually favor? Because we have No-Tail obviously going to be picking up Radiance very shortly. Juggernaut pretty damn good against Morphling, I would say. In the mid to late game, once you get Diffusal Manta, at least draining the mana is quite helpful. But then the other side, MP with the burst damage from Mirana, the initiation from Clockwork. I think the big, tell me if you disagree, the big hamstring here for NP is the cooldown on Chaotic Offering. If you're OG, you just wait for the rock, pop song, back up, reinitiate once that golem's gone. Or at least you have a way to reset in general.
Song is a very good tool against a Warlock-based lineup, I definitely agree. The thing is, even if there's a bad golem from SVG or it gets counterplayed, it's like, the Song is also maybe fairly crucial for OG in some of these fights. So if you're trading those two off, and they're both decently long cooldowns, it's like, what's OG gonna do when Golem is on cooldown? It's not like their teamfight is just so vastly superior that with Golem on cooldown they can start knocking down towers, because the defense from NP is good. They have really good wave clear, they have Rocket, they have Waveform, Fatal Bond, Starstorm, and their team fighting is so much more than the Golem. We've seen how they can initiate with this Clockwork and set themselves up, so I don't think it's going to come down to the Golem as much as it's going to come down to just like the flow of how heroes are moving around the map, whether OG can keep finding farm on Naga, and ultimately get towers. Like this mid thing for them was really big, because I actually thought that was going to be a free tower for NP, killing off those two cores, but they weren't fast enough. And then they got Warlock caught out, and they lost another 2 heroes, I think, and that was like a 2k gold swing for OG, getting those kills mid.
OG's grouping up towards top, but
even
little
game
do
right
they know
now,
there's
I
a
would say.
smoke now by NP behind them, and in fact they're gonna pop Mirana ult as well. They can sandwich in this group here. AY.
Oh, this
he's on
the sentry. Very nice sentry there.
And they're gonna attempt to back up. Anna, of course, has the spin TP available to him. Fly will get out just in time, and OG safe.
Very nice play from OG. Generally, if you get off a Moonlight like that and you get this close, you get at least 1, maybe 2 picks. But
And
what
you're just
OG
delaying
do,
the game here, right?
they outmaneuver them and almost like they put pressure on mid, so they're forcing NP's hand to like move around and defend. And what NP would like to do is they want to play in this dire jungle as much as possible, like get vision out, limit Naga's space. The goal for them is to have both jungles, which is difficult, of course. Like generally you only control one, but if they can invade and take over the dire one while they have, you see this ward they have in their own jungle, they actually have. They have 2? No, it's 1 ward and a couple of sentries they have in their own jungle. As long as they can find the Naga and isolate her and kill her off, that's really big. So, yep, avoiding those kills. Very important for OG here.
Oh, pretty damn even game. NP with about 1,000 gold lead, and you expect that to go a little bit more in favor of OG now that the Radiance is online for Naga Siren. And is this just like one of those games where you delay as long as possible so the Naga can get as much farm, or is there a certain point in which OG is like, all right, this is the time that we really buckle down and initiate and go fight?
I think they have to delay a lot because Juggernaut is this underfarm. He has 3 deaths and only 100 CS minute 22. So this is what I was saying with Naga lineups. You would like to have a secondary scaling core because Naga can make a lot of space. Naga takes attention, pushes the lanes. This Juggernaut will be able to farm jungle, ancients, and stay not on par with Naga obviously, but stay relevant. But he needs to catch up. Like basically OG's other cores than Naga are playing catch up right now a bit. So if OG win this game, it's going to take a while. It's not an easy game to break high ground on. And eventually, if they do win the game, I'm fairly sure it's going to be by like split pushing multiple waves into the base at the same time. So Naga's in like one lane with Illus and Jugger maybe in the second lane.
And the fact that Naga's already top net worth, this was like even pre-Radiance, is a very good sign for OG, I feel like. Ana gonna force AUI to to waveform away. Meanwhile, Legion Commander mid lane gets more damage to her name, taking out 1437, so now 24
Good kill.
damage.
This is a tower.
She picked up an armlet, by the way. And even Rubik, Jerax, pretty damn farm, has a blink arcane boots.
He's not getting the
Stuff
tower.
as well.
Great discipline from S4 not going for that tower. He's going to give the deny over to Mirana. If he survives here, that's a good play, because it's not worth giving his life away to get that last hit on the tower. It's not just the gold exchange that there is. You could argue, well, LC gets gold, but you lose some of it again, and then the enemy team gets some. But you lose map control with that hero dead. Now, because he didn't greed for that, he's going to go for top tower. Almost get that. Back out from that as well. Nice ward.
Well,
And now if
at least
NB
NP
wants,
are
he can deny
denies,
that tower too.
Yeah, they're having to rotate all over the map trying to chase him down, but at least they get the denies out of it.
OG are outplaying them pretty hard right now. Like, they just got 2 towers. Both got denied, but this is, you know, expanding the gold mine for Naga, basically. Now, easier to push the lanes further down, get more into the enemy jungle,
again,
get a kill on
caught off
SD.
guard.
He gets a couple Naguls. That's almost worth dying for. It's like...
He's pretty damn close to Ag, just about 1,000 away, unless he has something that I'm missing on the courier note. And that is a very strong Aghanim Scepter. Oh, your favorite Ags in the game is, other than Caudle, is here. Can you name it? Of course, I'm being sarcastic or facetious. I remember you saying it's one of the worst, if not the worst, in the game at some point.
Ags?
Yeah.
Legion Commander?
That's correct.
Yeah, that one is awful.
I don't think it's as bad as you're saying.
Yes.
It used to be
No,
worse.
it might be worse, actually. Now that you say it. It might be even worse than I'm saying. So I'm saying it's
No.
garbage, but it might not even classify
It's
as garbage.
situational, but mostly garbage.
Situationally garbage, and in
alright.
other situations even worse.
You remember the previous Ags? It was the worst, right? It's the never-ending one. Especially if there's a Bane in the game. You just nightmare one of them, and they literally never will stop.
Yeah, I
attacking
mean, at
each
least
other.
that's fun, right?
Is that fun? Deleting 2 heroes from the game literally for 60-minute game?
I mean, I see the point. I actually... What do you think is the Aghanims in the game I would like changed the most? Which one do you think I think is just super broken and stupid?
Super broken and good?
Yeah, broken and stupid.
I hope you don't think Alchemist.
No.
Alright, Nyx.
No. But
Those are
that
the
one
two
is up
best
high
Ags
as
in the
well.
game.
But
Those
it
are the two
shouldn't be
best Ags
removed,
in
it
the
should
game.
just get nerfed. Necrophos is the dumbest Ags in the game.
It makes him okay. I mean, even with like, I would put that as a top 5 Ags in the game, right?
I don't know.
Even with that, he's
it's
still
just,
not great of a hero.
I see that, but it's just, you know, if the reason you pick Necrophos is that his Ags can delete a hero from the game and not come back,
Yeah.
buff the hero. You know? It's so fundamentally different.
How many years has he been buffed, Cinder? And let's be real here.
I don't know.
That's
You see,
an
the problem
old-ass
is if he
hero,
gets buffed
too.
again now and actually gets good, that Ags will be all over the place. And all of your pub games, you will be crying when you reach 30 minutes and you're against
Yeah, you
Necro.
you gotta mass spam, you know, Lincolns, Lotus Orbs, Glimmer Capes. There's a lot of items against that hero. I'm just garbage. Garbage tier. But I see your point. It makes it less fun for some, more fun for others.
Well, everything kind of does, right?
Especially LC Ags.
It's just, I feel like buyback is such a fundamental part of the game
arrow.
that you shouldn't be able to
Onto
cancel it out.
Nagasiren. Gonna
Nice
live
counterplay.
though. S4 is there just in time. I'm not sure if he would have gotten the kill actually. Envy doesn't have like an E-Blade yet or a Dagon.
Surprised No-Tail didn't pop this song there. I think that's worth a try. They might have been worried that Envy had a lot of backup, but they might, yeah, they actually don't have the best vision, so they might not have seen anything. We see him now.
Gork Ags is now online.
He's turning out.
Anna has Manta style. Still relatively underfarmed though. 26 minutes in the game. I would assume is going for the defusal. That's pretty much the standard build these days. S4, is that a BKB he's building, I presume?
Most likely.
You know, it could be, I don't know how good it is this game.
Could be a Halberd,
say
which is
Halberd,
also
but-
an awful item, so most
Yeah.
likely not.
If there was-
That item will definitely get buffed next patch, like there is
Yeah, I
no way.
think so,
If
too.
you look at every other item in the
Alright,
game.
how do you buff it then? Goes through BKB or something?
Lower cooldown, first of all. The cooldown is 30 seconds. You compare that to like all other items of that caliber. It's 30-second cooldown and 100 mana cost. It's very expensive. It has about the same cooldown and mana cost as Abyssal Blade. Think about that for a second. That's actually No, don't think about it. Just agree.
I almost vomited in my mouth, so
Yeah,
I
I
don't want to think
know.
about it anymore.
That item is definitely not good enough. I think. You know, the only hero that I regularly see pick up Halberd is Huskar, and that's just because it fits the perfect timing
Jerax.
window with evasion and strength for him.
Into battery slate, he's gonna steal. What did he steal? He stole battery slate. Not really gonna help him here. But the beautiful thing about Rubik stealing that morph at the beginning of the game is he gets those stats for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Dying does not matter. That's the coolest thing about having against the morph, I
It's a
think.
really great steal. I think right
And it's
now,
really
if
easy
he
to
steals
steal,
it
too.
again, he gets another 7 strength, so that's another 140 health he could get, but
Yeah.
right now he's at a good spot. 0 armor is of course not nice, but the
Or-
nice thing about this for him is that he might be able to survive the E-Blade combo later if he gets some magic resistance. That is a pretty big deal.
That's true.
Auto
AOA, by the
will
way,
have
opting to
struggles.
go for Manta style this game first before the
Yep.
E-Blade. What do you think about that?
I think given how the game is going, it's unlikely that they would be able to force fights good enough with the E-Blade to take advantage of it, so he's looking to match the split push
Oh,
of Naga.
Anna.
He needs to
gets
be able to
hook
put
shot.
pressure of his own.
All he can do is try to right-click, but it's not going to do anything. Down he goes to the... I mean, the issue for him is spin TP doesn't really work. You have hook shot, you have chaotic offering, and especially hook shot with Ags, which are low cooldown. It'd be hard to get away from him. He can't really split push as well as he would like. What is
Yeah, he's
what's
struggling.
Envy going for
a
here?
lot.
Is that a Lincoln's?
Probably. He wants it against duel. That's the main thing that can threaten him.
The Omni Slash, it only blocks the first slash. It doesn't cancel
Correct.
the Omni Slash anymore, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Typically, you'd get the Ghost Scepter or something like that for that anyway. But then again, he will have Diffusal by that
There's a
time.
good chance Jug goes Diffusal, but he might get a Ghost Scepter anyway if Envy wants to go E-Blade. I think they're making a mistake if at least one of them needs to get an E-Blade, I think. Mirana or Morph. They can choose to play the Morph without it. I mean, it's definitely possible just to go the hard carry build, but there's good utility in having an E-Blade in this game, so...
Tell playing extra safe this game, saving for buyback. I mean, this is kind of, if you look at his farm, a late Manta, but look how much money he has on top of that. Just wants to make sure that he doesn't get caught off guard and not
I
able to
think
buy back. Cause
he's gonna wait
Guys,
until he
can they
can
go
one-shot
high
the
ground?
Octarine. I don't think there's
Oh,
any
okay.
reason for him to... Like, the Soul Booster upgrade here doesn't really do that much relative to a buyback. Like, it does give the
well,
Illies a little bit
he
of
waited
health,
a
but
long
no
time to
damage.
actually finish the Manta though, because he just picked it up.
Oh, okay. I don't know
But I
if it was
assume
just
it's-
convenience or...
Maybe, I don't know.
So yeah, it's
Like,
quite a
if,
bit
if
of
he
surplus
dies, are
right
they? Do you think NP can threaten high ground, or is that not really a possibility at this stage?
now. They can force the buyback if they kill him on his side of the map and their lanes aren't pushed, but that's a big if. Oh, this Warlock's in
Jerax
trouble.
finds SVG, who gets Omni Slash to death.
Oh, and this is a big kill if they get the clock here. This is so much gold. He has a godlike streak.
Yep, they'll kill him. A lot of the gold going to S4, 718 to be exact. He doesn't get the dual damage though. In the meantime, Tier 2 tower taken out at top. Naga Siren
Oh,
uses her song.
they recall as
S4.
well.
Of course,
The whole
he
team's
doesn't
gonna
have duel. And waveform in. Mirana's going to use her ult in the meantime. Rose
Oh, they've
attempting to
stolen
run
Fatal
away.
Bonds.
Morphing up the strength as much as he can. He's going to get stuck in place thanks to the ensnare and brought down. That's 3 dead for NP and OG.
I think it's 4.
Get everything
Rose
out of that, other than
nice
the tier
play
2.
by No-Till. He has Gem on the Naga, so they can't escape with Moonlight either. He can't juke him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This
Oh my
is,
god, how did he get stunned there? Did he steal? Oh, it was adaptive strike. You're
Stolen
actual
adaptive strike. That's
How
what
long
I was
was that
talking about.
stun
4.25 second stun.
That is sick.
This is Rubik's dream, basically, is
Yeah.
having this much strength and having adaptive for his team. This
That's
is
the only thing you don't want to
very,
steal
very
is
good.
replicate. Less useful to him than the other 3 spells right now.
Even
It's not
replicate
bad.
isn't that bad, because then
Yeah.
he can replicate his own Naga, and then he can farm. That is
No,
good.
that's kind of true actually. Yeah.
There's a Radiance hero. This is a very, very good Rubik game in my opinion.
But he by doing this, he really has slow attack speed, Synderen.
I know.
But the strategy is in place because they have pressed the attack.
I was
Rubik's
just
right
gonna
click
say
won't
that
matter.
you're a really funny guy, because you made the joke that I was thinking about making.
That's actually not a good sign.
I know.
That's really not a good sign. Envy. The invis. Arrow stolen by Jerax. He forced that to take out the or to proc the Lincoln Sphere, which is now online for Envy.
That
AUI has
last-
to go E-Blade next though, right? That's is there any other build these days? Go Scotty? Like, do you just... Is there any scenario where you skip E-Blade?
The problem here, this is what I was getting at. I think only one of them should buy it. I don't think Mirana and Morph should get E-Blade, because then they're so magic damage heavy that they're gonna struggle against this, for example, BKB Legion. Like, how are they gonna kill the Legion with their heroes? I think one of them needs to go right-click. And realistically, with Mirana going for Linken's, I think she should be the E-Blade carrier, and then AUI goes hardcore damage build. So you see the old school Morph build with Linken's Manta, Butterfly, Satanic Scotty, something like that. One of them has to deal the physical damage. It's something we didn't talk too much about with their lineup earlier, but it is going to be a problem, and it, to an extent, already is a bit of a problem. S4 is hitting a power spike right now that they can't really deal with. When S4 duels someone, they're doomed, right? Unless they get disrupted by SD. There's no save. Can't do anything. Can't kill the Legion during the duel.
Yep, that's definitely true. MSS. Being chased. Oh, he walks right into the Jarek's arrow. Of course, you don't expect that. It is just a Rubik, a lowly Rubik.
I
now
like
he's
this pickup
screaming
a lot,
at Envy
by the way.
saying, "Why didn't you tell me he stole arrow?" What?
This is a very good pickup on Juggernaut. I think this build is starting to become the norm, and it's really, really good to get Maelstrom on this hero. Oh, nice duel.
Arrow doesn't connect, but hey, that's okay.
Good vision.
Or with the ult, dual damage. So easy. 42 damage to boot right now.
So, oh, no
So you
tail
think that's better
AFK,
than,
but doesn't matter.
He's got the R button. Oh, good.
That's like the ultimate.
Oh, actually, they're finding... Oh my god, AUI! Wow! He gets insta-gibbed.
And now Rose is dying. Yeah, this game is falling apart now for NP. The problem is this is what I was saying during the draft. Like, they're gonna start to struggle when the Radiance comes out and Naga gets to split push these waves, because the problem for NP is they can't find their own place now. Clockwork did a fantastic job until the Radiance, but after it came out, he's struggling to find the moves because all of their waves are pushed all the time. And that means Legion finds plays and Clock doesn't. And all of these plays that OG find right now aren't just one kill, they find 2 or 3, this time even 4, turning it into a mid-tier 2 tower. So I was getting at Jugger has Maelstrom. This is a very nice item because of how many swings you get off an Omnislash. You can farm a lot, take advantage of Naga split push. He's gonna catch up really fast now on the Jugger, this item.
So you prefer this build this game to, instead of Diffusal?
Yeah, for sure.
Which takes off the Ghost Scepter and...
I think so.
MSS, hook shots, and then immediately regrets his decision.
Them up,
Song into Arrow, no Chaotic Offering for Warlock, no buyback either, and this might be the beginning of the end for NP. Good disruption, gonna mitigate a little bit of damage, but how much will it matter?
Already. He got dueled during leap.
8 seconds left on that cooldown. He's literally just stuck in place, but he will still live to see another day. OG with that buyback from MSS will attempt to run away now. Ana getting
Nice
force staff.
staffs.
He has his healing ward, but AUI is here and unlikely to finish the job. Nice hook shot, adaptive strike takes him out.
Who bought back?
2 for 2 with a buyback, yeah.
This is a lot of gold for AUI. I thought he was the one who bought back, then he would have lost so much of that potential gold, but he gets a kill on the Legion for 900 and a kill on Jug for 1500. This is actually a butter for AUI if he wants to buy it, almost. Could also see him go for the Scotty if he wants, but I'd be very surprised if this is E-Blade for him. But look at the lanes right now. Like, this is...
I mean, knowing AUI, it's going to be something really weird, right?
Yeah, I was
Dagon.
gonna say it's gonna
He's
be
going
E-Blade,
Dagon.
like on Drow, but that wouldn't be weird in this game, so not gonna happen.
It has to be weird.
He goes for the weird play instead, checks the rune, doesn't pick it up,
no
and then
tail.
waits for him. Oh, that's a good
Song
song.
of Siren. Roshan's not low enough for them to steal. They're going to scout it out.
And recall in 5.
I mean, NP are pretty low.
Oh.
That damage from Caudle is huge. AUI forced to strength morph out. Clockwork, that is essentially a dieback at the end of the day. AUI now on the run. That's the Diffusal Blade coming into play. Disrupted up. There's the Chaotic Offering onto 2. Will it be enough? AUI stunned up. And there's the duel. That is a dead Morphling, ladies and gentlemen. His buyback, of course. Now this is going to be a cleanup for OG. Warlock next on the list.
OG is one of the best teams in the world at playing Naga, and I think when you compare them to other teams, what they're so good at is, first of all, understanding how to play as a team around Naga, like how to make space, how to take advantage of the space Naga gives in return, and then they're just so good at using Song of the Siren, and I think that's still the ability Naga has that, on average, teams are the worst at using. The spell has so much potential, which is why you can even run Naga as support. they just identify very well what opportunities they have to fight and which ones they don't. Oh my god, that I can tell you from experience, getting killed in the fountain by a Naga Elu sucks. That's actually really one of the worst feelings. No,
Yeah,
I
we
remember
laugh
this.
because
I
we're
remember
all
this clip
sadists.
of Kuro dying as support, buying back, and then dying to a single Naga Elu next to his fountain. That's gotta be one of
Omnislash
the
coming out.
most
Shadow
horrible
Demon's
moments
gonna
he's
save
had.
his Mirana just for a little bit, but the Blade Fury will take him out
Another
finally,
buyback.
and that's a buyback. And this is getting out of control in favor of OG. And there's the sleep, counteract the initiation from Clockwork, and OG's just gonna play it safe, and I don't see why not. Of course, MSS will have a hook in 2 seconds.
They
Is
can't
he gonna
go
go
in.
for it?
So what has
job.
happened now is that not only did NP lose the Roche and a lot of heroes, they've lost the whole map. They don't have a single ward out apart from the one on their doorstep. They have no real ability to push out lanes, because even, you're right, AUI did have to go for something weird, so he went for Silver Edge.
I knew it! Well, I didn't say Silver Edge, I said something weird.
I think I've seen him use this build before, where he uses the Silver Edge to get in, and then break them, and then stun them with Adaptive, and then Envy kills them, I think. Chance of success in this game, very low, I think.
I think this is a game where you try something you do.
Oh my god, S4 went Halberd. Everything coming out in this game.
Wait, what?
All of the garbage.
Yes,
They're taking
I
out the
knew it.
garbage, dude. He bought it to break Lincolns, I think. That's the only reason. And if he needs... No, but seriously,
buy
if
an
he needs a
item
Lincoln's
just to
breaking
break
item on
Lincolns.
Legion, he has the choice between this, Atos, and Force Staff, kind of. Those are the cheapest ones. He doesn't want a Force Staff, it's not good enough stats. The Atos is also not really good enough stats, so... I mean, this is okay, right? It gives him good strength. The evasion can be nice against a hero like Morphling. And then,
Oh
then
god,
you can
we're
make
gonna
this
see
play.
it come into play right away, and that is a dead Morphling. Did he use buyback recently? Let's take a look. No, but he doesn't have it
He doesn't
anyway.
have it. I'm
And
afraid
that is a
this is
mid-rack.
no bueno.
I mean, this is a close to 25k net worth lead for OG, and they have the Naga. 39 minutes in. Juggernaut
Oh,
hasn't
they
really had
catch
to do much
Envy.
this game. MSS, but I don't know if he can get out of this, actually. S4 popped the BKB, there's a chaotic offering, essentially on just one hero. There's the song again. Coming into play over and over, and GG's called as Envy dies. Game 1 going to OG in convincing fashion, I have to say. At least past the 20-minute mark.
I'm very
nicely played.
surprised. Very, very surprised in elimination mode that they gave them Naga. I would not have expected that going into the series. I think that was the #1 best ban for them when they